mentioned earlier before that the clip that I'll be having stock market update with Lina. Morning, Lina. Good morning.
Morning, David.
I'm great. I'm trying.
Good.
We're hitting the end. How are you?
Good. It's a cold Monday. Weather is not.
I can hear from your voice.
Yes.
The voice is now horsey and whatnot.
It's a bit tricky, but the market is the opposite.
And how's been the market so far?
Good. Last week we had a really good week as well. So I keep telling people to jump on it because it's on a very, very good run. So we can go through the numbers. Let's go through the numbers. Good morning to everybody. So we had a big surge in comparison to the previous week. So turnover hit about 87.03 million kwacha. That's a lot. So that's like almost 1,000% increase from. Volume also traded up, jumped about 300%. So about 4.1 million shares were traded last week, and the trades also rose. There were about 2,000 shares transactions rather on the market last week. So a very big week. So there was a very sharp increase, and this was mostly on the retail side. The retail investors, a lot of you who are out there trading, buying and selling shares, are taking a part, and the market is responding. We can see the changes, we can see the growth because of the retail participation. So keep at it. The market is now moving. So I'll tell you the key companies that moved last week. So CEC was the big one, the big mover. So 90% of that turnover I talked about, that was just in CEC stocks. And then the turnover, 87% of it was CEC stocks, so very big. It was the biggest driver last week. And then the index, you know that funny number I always talk about, the market index, we crossed 20,000 points last week. So we've gone from 17,000, 18,000, 19,000, 20,000 in at a very quick pace. The market is growing, so there's a lot of opportunity for investors, but there's also a lot of opportunity for those who want to raise capital. So there's plenty of opportunity for all the viewers out there who are either business owners or you are an investor. So as I mentioned, CEC, and then the 20,000 point milestone. So we closed at 20,487.76 points last week. So that's in terms of the index. From when we started to date, we are up by 33%. So one of the best performers in Africa. So other notable price movements. CEC, as I mentioned, took a big part in terms of turnover and also the volumes which are traded. But they also did gain in terms of their price. They gained about 15.89%. So they grew by that in terms of their share price. Standard Chartered Bank also grew by 10.8%. On the other side, there were those who lost value. So Zambia Reinsurance was down by 3.7%, and then Bata also fell by 0.0%. Otherwise, overall, it was a very good week, and we see the retail participation, which means there's quite a number of you who are participating. David, just to mention on our pages, we've got some of the campaigns, which will help you as an investor sort of get a feel of what's out there. What companies can I invest in? Which brokers can I go to? Some really interesting stats about the Luce. So follow us on our social media pages. One of the key things we're doing right now is a know your company. So, David, I know you love asking about Airtel.
Oh, yep. Yes. That was the question I was about to ask right now.
Yes.
How's Airtel?
So, with Airtel, there are little snippets which we're doing. We haven't done Airtel yet. It's still coming in the weeks to come, but probably this week. We'll do a little snippet. We'll tell you who the CEO is, who the company secretary is. We'll tell you a bit about the company, what they do, what sector they're in. We'll show you the growth of their share price over time. So you get to have a better understanding of the company that you're looking at. And that's what we want to help people understand. So the more that you understand your listed company, the better. We also want you to know the people you can go to when you want to buy shares or if you want advisory about which shares you want to buy, and those are your brokers. So I want you to know about them as well. What do they do? Which companies are they attached to as sponsoring brokers? How can they help me in my investment journey? All those things are detailed, and those are our social media. So I implore you, together with our viewers as well, to keep your eyes glued on our social media platforms, but also on our website, where you find details. And David, I'll challenge you today. Instead of me telling you how Airtel did, I'll challenge you to go to our website to have a look at the stats, and then we can talk about it next week on the show, just to say, I saw that Airtel has done A, B, C, D.
Indeed.
Yep.
And I'm about to actually install the app right here, the Lucy mobile app.
Yes.
It's actually there. So
Yep.
I'll just install it soon, and I'll be getting more insights from you as the week goes
That's
on.
the way to go, David. So
Definitely.
next week we'll see where you're at.
Definitely.
That's it from me. Have a happy Monday. I know it's cold, but the market's heating up, so get onto the market and trade.
All right, we take a quick breather. We asked you on with the program this morning, so stay tuned.